Good day, my cake buddies! Another sweet and tasty lesson will be added into your daily dose as we open our new topic in the world of baking. By the way, I am Miss Judilyn Ramos, but you can call me Teacher Judes from Gataran National Trade School and your BPP buddy for this learning experience. Today's lesson is to prepare and produce bakery products, particularly the different mixing techniques used in baking, as well as the tools and utensils used for each mixing technique for bread and pastry production. We are here to explore how to prepare and produce bakery products, and here are the objectives. First, identify and select the common mixing tools and ingredients in baking. Second, determine the mixing techniques used in baking. And lastly, appreciate the importance of knowing the different mixing techniques in baking. Let's start by identifying each baked products as to bread or pastry. I will show you 6 images of baked products, and all you have to do is to categorize it. Again, just identify the products as to bread or pastry. I will give you 20 seconds to categorize each product. Ready?
Macarons. Macarons. Cookies. Cookies. Tarts. Tarts. Croissant. Croissant. Pancake. Pancake. Baguette. Baguette.
Now, let us check your answers. For number 1, macarons, pastry. For number 2, cookies, bread. For number 3, tarts, pastry. For number 4, croissant, pastry. For number 5, pancake, bread. For number 6, baguette, bread. Did you get it right? Perfect! Before we proceed, let us review some of our basic terms in baking.
Batter. Batter is an unbaked mixture that is thin enough to pour or scoop. Usually consists of liquid and dry ingredients. Dough. A dough is a thick unbaked mixture that can be rolled out or shaped by hand. It is thicker than batter and can be shaped. Gluten. When the proteins found in wheat flour are hydrated, they bond together, forming what is referred to as gluten. Peaks. Refers to the stiffness of whipped cream or whipped egg whites. As cream or egg whites are whipped, more air is incorporated and the mixture becomes thicker. Rub in. To integrate hard fat into flour by rubbing the two together with your fingers until the mixture resembles breadcrumbs.
To further our topic, here are some of the basic ingredients in baking.
Flour. Flour is the most important ingredient in a cake mix, as it creates the basic structure of the entire cake. Egg. The main purpose of egg is to act as the binder to keep the finished product intact and held together. Butter. Butter gives you cookies, pie crusts, and cakes a rich flavored taste. Milk or water is the common type of liquid used in a cake mix. Sugar. Sugar is used as a basic cake ingredient as it sweetens the cake.
I want to review some of the most common baking techniques. I truly believe that proper technique is the most essential part of being a successful baker. Do you know what mixing is? Mixing is a method that is done to evenly distribute and to combine the ingredients together to create a mixture. Each mixing method gives different texture and character to the baked products. So, it is important to pay close attention to the mixing methods so that you can attain your desired results of baked product like pastries and cakes. And what are the different mixing tools and utensils used in baking? We have the rubber spatula, pastry blender, fork, sifter, wooden spoon, whisk, hand mixer, and knives. As a future baker, you should also know the different mixing techniques to come up with a quality product because mixing techniques will greatly affect the outcome of your baking journey. And what do you think are the different mixing techniques used in baking?
Let's start with the first technique. Sifting. Tools needed: sifter. Sifting is a process of separating coarse particles in the ingredients by passing through a sieve. Air is incorporated through this method. Flour and other dry ingredients should be sifted when making light and tender baked good, such as caked and delicate pastries. Sifting is important because it breaks up lumps in dry ingredients. Cut in or cutting in. Tools needed: fork, pastry blender, and knives. Mixing fat and flour with the use of a pastry blender or two knives in a scissor-like manner. Cutting in is essential since fats are cut into small pieces. Cutting them with flour to create a coarse, granular mixture for pastries and biscuits. The process of coating the flour in fat protects the proteins from forming too much gluten. This process also disperses small pieces of fat throughout the dough, which will melt in the oven, creating pockets of steam, aka flakiness. Beating. Tools needed: whisk, egg beater, hand mixer. In beating, the ingredients are moved vigorously in back and forth, up and down, and around motion until they're smooth. This is essential to incorporate air in a mixture by mechanical agitation. It could be finished with the help of special gadgets like wire whips, egg beaters, or electric food mixers, or with a fork. Whipping. Tools needed: whisk, hand mixer. Whipping is a process of beating egg whites and cream to fill them with air and make them thick and floppy. We do this so that we can produce light, floppy texture, and add volume to the finished product. Creaming. Tools needed: wooden spoon, hand mixer. Rubbing one or two ingredients in a bowl, like sugar and a solid fat, typically butter, with the help of wooden spoon or electric mixer to make a soft, floppy mixture. The creamed mixture should have both smooth and grainy particles. The process of creaming the two together forms a web of air between the fat and sugar, which lightens and leavens baked goods. Stirring. Tools needed: wooden spoon. It is often done with a wooden spoon, rotating it through a mixture as long as necessary, usually until the ingredients are combined. Cut and fold. Tools needed: rubber spatula. A combination of two motions, cutting vertically through a mixture and turning over and over by gliding the spoon or rubber scraper across the bottom of the mixing bowl at each turn. Folding. Tools needed: rubber spatula. Folding is working with ingredients very gently to retain air in the mixture. It often involves one delicately textured ingredient, such as beaten egg white or whipped cream, which would be reduced to nothing if handled crudely, and a butter-type mix. Using a rubber spatula or a whisk, we gently fold the mixture to maintain its volume. This technique serves several functions. It reduces gluten development and also prevents whipped egg or whipped cream from deflating when being mixed into another component.
To sum it up, we discussed the mixing tools, utensils used in baking. These are rubber spatula, pastry blender, fork, sifter, wooden spoon, egg beater, whisk, hand mixer, and knives. We also discussed the different mixing technique used in baking. The sifting, cut in or cutting in, beating, stirring, creaming, whipping, cut and fold, and folding. Lastly, why do we need to know these mixing techniques? That's right! That is to be able to produce a quality and desired result of your baked products. So, whenever you have to bake, consider these tips. Now, to test your understanding of the lesson, let's play Ako Hula Mo! Identify the mixing techniques depicted in each video. You are given 25 seconds to guess it correctly. Ready? Let's start! Number 1. Time is up! The correct answer is whipping. Number 2. The correct answer is beating. Number 4. Time is up. The correct answer is sifting. Number 5. Time is up. The correct answer is cut in or cutting in. Number 6. Time is up. The correct answer is creaming. Number 7. Time is up. The correct answer is cut and fold. Number 8. Time is up. The correct answer is folding. We are done answering the activity. For those who got the perfect score or had one mistake, congratulations! And for those who did not make it and got lower than 5, try to recall, check, and review your answers. Now, I will be demonstrating how to make a pancake. And all you have to do is to jot down the ingredients and mixing techniques I will be using. Ready? Let's start! all the ingredients and mixing techniques? Well, the ingredients are oil, flour, egg, sugar, milk, and butter. How about the mixing techniques used? Yes, of course. These are number 1, cut and fold, folding, stirring, sifting, and whipping.
Let us check if we hit our objectives for today. At the end of this episode, you will be able to first, identify and select the common mixing tools and ingredients in baking. Second, determine the mixing techniques used in baking. And lastly, appreciate the importance of knowing the different mixing techniques in baking.
And that's it for today. I really do hope that you have a commendable understanding of the lesson. Be able to apply them to your daily encounter in your kitchen. Good job, everyone! I am very glad that you are still here with me until this time. Don't forget to read your notes. Thank you very much. Once again, this is Miss Judilyn Ramos, your TLE teacher from Gataran National Trade School. And leaving you a quote, the only way to achieve impossible is to believe it is possible. See you on the next fun learning experience. Goodbye!